be here at the Shop Up showroom talking fashion with you.
This has been such an amazing year for TV fashion. There's so many stylish shows. So we thought it would be fun to do our own Emmys, the fashion Emmys.
I love that. And so tonight, we're giving out awards, not to the actors, but instead to the characters they've created. And the categories are
the most impressive use of print, the shortest hemline award, and the most adorable wardrobe. Are you ready to get started and channel these characters?
Yep, let's do it.
So the first award we're going to do is the most impressive use of print and color, and it goes to none other than Mindy Lahiri of the Mindy Project, played by Mindy Kaling.
Mike, your buds are cut off. I'm gonna kiss you in it. I'm kidding. I mean, there's lots of print and color right here.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah.
But that's Mindy. She loves a good pattern, and she kind of treats leopard like a neutral. So she'll wear it with just about anything.
Really?
I know, it sounds crazy.
How do you get away with that?
Well, for her, I think she's kind of fearless. This is like a girl who stays up at night with a glass of wine and online shops. And she loves a designer label. She's got a little disposable income. She's a doctor. She's a lady doctor.
There's so much going on. I don't even know where to start with this.
Let's start with this. This is like Mindy for beginners.
All right, I'll go try this one first.
Fine, okay.
Here's the first look.
Oh, fun!
I actually like it. It's really cute.
And she always does a designer bag. Huge. Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely for someone that's not afraid to make a statement and just get out there and be stared at.
It's kind of like every piece has a little exclamation point, you know?
Definitely. Very fashion forward and just bright.
The next award is for the most adorable wardrobe. Can you guess who that goes to?
Adorable wardrobe. Let me guess. Zoe.
Yeah.
Girl.
Graffiti's wrong, kids. Don't do it. I love pouring on the top too, but I'm not going to paint it all over the wall.
Jessica Day on New Girl. She is like adorable, meets dorky, very demure, very cute.
Quirky.
Totally. She would do this little bow and collar, a kitty cat sweatshirt.
That's very her.
Only Jessica Day would wear a shirt with swans on the collar. And what
So
do you
it's
think?
very schoolgirl almost.
Yeah, it's like schoolgirl with a little bit of a sexy twist. She usually wears mini skirts, but with flats, so she keeps it sweet. You know what's weird? I don't like this on you.
I kind of like it too.
The hemline keeps it sexy. The top is definitely not sexy, but it's very weirdly chic. I wanted you to wear your backpack.
Nice backpack. I feel like I'm going to school.
You look like you're going to school. And she was a teacher on the show, so it kind of works. I didn't have any teachers who dress like this, but you know.
I need a headband and glasses and then I'm all good.
Okay, on to the next.
Okay.
The next award is for shortest hemlines and goes to Juliette Barnes of Nashville.
So to all of you out there who want me to beg for forgiveness, this one's for you.
Everything that Juliette Barnes wears on that, amazing. I mean, I love this. This is something she would wear on stage performing.
Yeah, she would wear this to a Nashville party. This is like brunch for Juliette.
Everything is sexy.
Totally sexy.
So which one? All of them.
You love them all?
I love all of them.
I think we have to make you on stage Juliette and do sequin.
I'm obsessed with this dress.
This is so Juliette, but you're missing a few key things. Bigger hair, higher heels, and you gotta pick that hemline off.
Maybe a little shorter. I want to be able to get out of the car without flashing.
So, of all the looks we've seen today at Shop Up, which is your favorite?
This is my favorite.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Well, thank you. I had so much fun playing dress up with you today.
Anytime.
And I can't wait to check out the fashion at the Emmys.
I know it's gonna be so good.
It's been an amazing year for TV, and if you need any more proof, just look at the nominations for the Emmys. It seems like for any given category, there could have been 3 more people or shows nominated. The networks that have really made out this year were HBO and Netflix, no question. I think when you look at the nominations, it's clear that people are not making a distinction anymore about where they're finding their TV. Whether it's a pay channel or if it's a streaming site, people will seek out good TV wherever it is.
I don't know whether to be proud or terrified.
When you look at the Best Drama category, True Detective was the real surprise here. I mean, everybody expected it to get nominated in some way, but HBO placed it in the regular drama series category instead of Best Miniseries, and it certainly paid off.
This is what I'm talking about.
At the same time, you're looking at Breaking Bad, which it just wrapped up its final season last year. This is the last time that it's up for Best Series, so that's going to be a tough thing for the Academy to weigh.
I gotta say, I don't like the way you're looking at me right now.
One of the big surprises of Emmy nominations this year was just how many nods Fargo got.
It's a bit strange, huh?
It's very rare for a movie to be adapted to a TV show and just do so well. And I think what was great about Fargo was the show really realized it couldn't just be a replica of the movie. It needed to be its own thing.
I didn't do nothing. I just got home.
One of the most hotly contested races this year is certainly lead actor in the dramatic series. Woody Harrelson, Matthew McConaughey in there, Bryan Cranston for his final season of Breaking Bad, John Hamm for Mad Men, Jeff Daniels, who won last year, and don't count out Kevin Spacey for House of Cards.
There is but one rule. Hunt or be hunted.
The Best Comedy category this year definitely saw some big upsets. The fact that Silicon Valley made space for itself is just huge. Of course, you have your regulars like Modern Family and Big Bang Theory. One that certainly deserves it is Veep. Julia Louis-Dreyfus and Armando Iannucci just do such great work with that show, and we'd love to see it get recognized.
Well, that makes sense, yeah.
The category of Best Comedy Series saw some newcomers. You had Orange is the New Black eligible for the first time. Of course, that means that shows that we've seen nominated in the past, like Girls, didn't make it on the list. Lead actress in a dramatic series is always an amazing category, and this year is no exception. Juliana Margulies is back for The Good Wife. That's a show that we love, but then again, you have Robin Wright for House of Cards. She blew me away with some of her performances last season.
I'm willing to let your child wither and die inside you if that's what's required.
But it's just going to be so hard for people to choose.
You'll do whatever you think is best.
We've been seeing the emergence of the showrunner, the people who create these TV shows, as stars in their own right. Whether it's Jenji Cohen, who's behind Orange is the New Black, Vince Gilligan behind Breaking Bad, Ryan Murphy, who's behind everything, including American Horror Story. They're becoming these household names, and so I think that people are going to be looking out for them, and whether they win or not on Emmy night as well.
Hi guys, my name is Uzo Aduba. I play Crazy Eyes on Orange is the New Black. This is my wife here, so you need to step. I will touch you! She is, let's say, misunderstood. She might make some interesting choices at times, but her intentions are always pure and full of love. Alright. When I found out that I got nominated for an Emmy, I just kept saying over and over again, are you kidding? Are you kidding? Are you kidding? As if like somehow the results would change or like something, and they just finally were like, we would not kid about this. The character definitely evolved me on the show. I never imagined in my life that it would take on a life of its own. The expression, you know, like running late, feeling like Crazy Eyes, and then getting these pictures on Twitter of people like with the crazy eyes, or her style from the knots in her hair. Like somebody once sent me a picture of their baby at the airport, you know, like me mugging with like these knots.
Because you light a fire inside.
When I am in New York City, the things that I cannot live without are, number one, I cannot live without Jane Restaurant Brunch. I used to work at that restaurant when I first moved to New York City.
Uzo was very outgoing, a little inexperienced at first, but really came along and shined at the end.
I thought the food was just incredible. I loved it. I loved the atmosphere, and I just thought, I'm gonna probably stay eating here, and I always eat there. I love the food there. On their brunch menu, you must try the brioche French toast. It is unbelievable. It is so good, you guys. Me trying to put it into words without you tasting it is not doing it justice. It is the most amazing French toast you will ever eat. And I don't even like French toast, but I will eat theirs. I love it. I also cannot live without the 59th Street Bridge. There's just something about walking over that bridge. You can see the water, huge cargo ships drifting through the water, and then if it's summer, you can see people in their speedboats or sailboats out there, and Roosevelt Island is right down there, and then the air tram that takes people from Roosevelt Island into Manhattan, and then on the right-hand side of you, it's just this bustle of cars passing by, and it starts to almost sound like the ocean because the sound is just so steady and so consistent. These waves sort of crashing past you, and then just walking alongside bikers and other fellow walkers and joggers, and in that stretch, it just feels like the whole city has just slowed down. My family's from Nigeria, and my mom was a huge Simon and Garfunkel fan when she was immigrating. The 59th Street Bridge song was one of those songs I would hear all the time, so when I'm walking across the bridge, I can kind of hear it in my head. Hey guys, thanks for joining me. I hope if you're in New York City, try and check those things out, and they'll see you there. And you can catch Orange is the New Black live now, streaming on Netflix. Thank you. I'm gonna go.
Alright, first off, congratulations
Thank you.
on getting to host the Emmys.
It's very exciting.
You get the call. Seth Meyers, we're hosting the Emmys.
Yes.
So that's how the call went.
Right. Name and a text.
A text.
Yeah.
What is your first reaction?
Do it to want to do it. I've been at the Emmys. And I think hosting will be a lot of fun. And if you're not going to watch the Emmys, you don't have to tell me that. That hurts my feelings.
What do you think is going to be the biggest difference between hosting late night every night and doing the Emmys? Or
When you
is
host late night every night, every night's the important thing. If something goes wrong, you just think, well, we're going to go get them tomorrow. Whereas if something goes wrong with the Emmys, we're not doing the next day Emmys. That, I think, is where you have to sort of over-prepare to make sure that you're ready kind of thing.
Or you just over-piss everyone off and then you get invited back.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Weekend Update was a game changer for you.
Yeah.
What is like the most fun thing you've gotten to do along the line that sort of came from all of that?
Well, I think just doing Weekend Update where you get to sit behind the desk and wear a suit and be a host led to a lot of the things I got to do from the ESPYs, the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and probably ultimately doing late night. I think that's the gift of Weekend Update.
How do you think this is going to be different?
I've never done an award show before where over the course of the evening more and more people are upset that they haven't won. So I feel like you got to front load your comedy. It just turns into a worse and worse crowd as the night goes on.
Ricky Gervais, he had snark.
The Golden Globes are just like the Oscars, but without all that esteem.
Neil Patrick Harris had performance.
Yes.
What are you going to be remembered for?
Hopefully just really good jokes. I'm as good as my jokes, so we will try to write as many jokes as possible.
Have you started already?
With jokes, for monologues, you can't really write them more than sort of 10 days out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they just tend to go bad.
Get stale.
Exactly. I've even trying not to think about jokes yet because I don't want to think of a good one now and ruin it.
Gotta be off the cuff.
I'm gonna shake stuff up and open this thing with a monologue.
I was reading something funny that was like, the 2014 Emmys, the year of the movie star. TV no longer a vast wasteland. I was like, well, A, that's sassy, I love it. B, it's kind of true.
Yeah.
The economy is up to her.
There's going to be a lot of glowing faces of just celebrity in the audience.
Does that make you more nervous? There's just like even bigger stars there.
Now that we've talked about it, sure.
Now, any final thoughts going into it?
Just I was really happy with the nominations. The shows have to take on the DNA of the show, of who they're celebrating, and I hope that the people we call up and ask for favors are kind enough to grant them to us. But mostly I'm just looking forward to it.
I still can't believe you found out you were hosting the Emmys via text.
It might not have been text.
Get your story straight, Myers.
I think Lauren just yelled it through my door on his way to his office.
You got it, kid.
Yeah.
I've never met Lorne Michaels, but I imagine that's what he says.
That sounds sweet. He says kid all the time.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, I really
Best
enjoyed
of
it.
luck to you.
Thank
I'll be
you.
watching from my cozy couch.
This is the couch you watch on.
this is where I watch. We get the popcorn ready.
Perfect.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
When I'm in New York City, the things that I cannot live without are, number one, I cannot live without Jane Restaurant Brunch. I used to work at that restaurant when I first moved to New York City.
Uzo was very outgoing, a little inexperienced at first, but really came along and shined at the end.
I thought the food was just incredible. I loved it. I loved the atmosphere, and I just thought, I'm gonna probably stay eating here, and I always eat there. I love the food there. On their brunch menu, you must try the brioche French toast. It is unbelievable. It is so good, you guys. Me trying to put it into words without you tasting it is not doing it justice. It is the most amazing French toast you will ever eat. And I don't even like French toast, but I will eat theirs. I love it. I also cannot live without the 59th Street Bridge. There's just something about walking over that bridge. You can see the water, huge cargo ships drifting through the water, and then if it's summer, you can see people in their speedboats or sailboats out there, and Roosevelt Island is right down there, and then the air tram that takes people from Roosevelt Island into Manhattan, and then on the right-hand side of you is just this bustle of cars passing you by, and it starts to almost sound like the ocean because the sound is just so steady and so consistent. These waves are crushing past you, and then just walking alongside bikers and other fellow walkers and joggers, and in that stretch, it just feels like the whole city has just slowed down. My family's from Nigeria, and my mom was a huge Simon and Garfunkel fan when she was immigrating. The 59th Street Bridge song was one of those songs I would hear all the time, so when I'm walking across the bridge, I can kind of hear it in my head. Hey guys, thanks for joining me. I hope if you're in New York City, try and check those things out. Maybe I'll see you there. And you can catch Orange is the New Black live now streaming on Netflix. Thank you.